Hello, investors. Welcome to the channel where I use technical analysis to find possible swing trades. Before I get started, I have to state I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say here is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes. Technical indicators like those I use here are not accurate 100% of the time. Company fundamentals and macroeconomic factors can drive share price changes differently than what we might expect based on technical indicators. My goal is to bring these companies to your attention so you can decide for yourself whether or not they're good investments for you. So please, if you plan on investing, do your own due diligence before purchasing shares in any company or consult with a financial advisor. And with that out of the way, today we are taking a look at Embecta Corp, ticker symbol EMBC. This is a healthcare equipment supply company that primarily focuses on making syringes and blood testing kits and such for people with diabetes. And here we are on the annual chart, and you will notice that since the most recent earnings, the company's share price has been on just a terrible downward tear. It is just really sad. I'll highlight this one more time. You can see that it missed by about 25 cents a share, which is pretty significant given their expected earnings. So the share price has been reevaluating itself over that time. And at the moment, it is below all three moving averages. And one thing I did before I signed in here is we pulled up the Bollinger Bands just so you can see how closely the share price is following the Bollinger Band here, just the one standard deviation outside where it normally should be. And it is pretty incredible that it followed that track so closely. In any case, we can scroll down to the RSI, and the RSI is oversold and looks like it has started to level off. The stochastics, again, are oversold, and they've actually started to turn bullish again. The volume chart, this is a low volume company only because you have this giant spike in buying over here that kind of squashes all the other candles by comparison. But if you look closely, you can see that we've had a bit more than usual selling volume, and the selling volume is declining. And likewise, the MACD is falling. It does look like it has bottomed, but that's only essentially two candles there. So I would want to have at least a third candle right around this level, or perhaps tracking up before I say confidently, at least with as much confidence as you can in the market, that the MACD is heading back up. But we then flip over to the company fundamentals, you'll see there's not a lot of short interest. It's 5.37% short interest. That's not nothing, but it's not enough to make me think this company is right for a short squeeze. The financial strength, we're not given a comparison as we usually are, and with some of the smaller companies, this is what we see where the data is simply not there. So I can't make any sort of comparison or draw a conclusion based on the debt of the company. However, the PE ratio is lower than 75% of other companies in the industry. PE ratio just above 13. That does seem fairly reasonable. The gross margin is greater than 76% of other companies, and this is a very healthy gross margin, almost 68%. The operating margin of over 21% beats out 95% of other companies in the industry. So you have a higher gross margin and a higher operating margin and a lower PE ratio. Now, again, we have some data missing here, so we're unable to draw a conclusion based on the return on equity. And the return on invested capital seems fair, but other than that, can't really draw any conclusions there either. And the growth rate is low for the industry, at less than 81% of its peers. So that's not a good sign. but we'll see what happens in future earnings calls perhaps. And dividend is certainly fair, more than double the market average, 2.86%. The payout ratio is only 27%, so that dividend is quite secure. So all these things considered, it does look like the MBC may pose a good buy-in price here. I would like to know more about the debt before I made that decision, though, see what really happened. And if we look back over here, it's kind of difficult to see. I will shorten the time frame so you can see it and have a hammer candlestick up here, the last one. So that can be taken as a sign of price rejection, in this case to the low end. So if we take all these things into consideration, this could be a turning point where the price wanted to drop lower, but there were simply too many buyers, and now we can turn this share price plummet around once again. But I'd be curious to hear what you think on the company. Please let me know in the comments below. And if you got something out of the video, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to help out the channel. If you enjoy these brief overviews of companies that might be good swing trades, please leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. Or if you'd like me to take a look at a specific company using these indicators, just mention that in the comments and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and good luck with all your investments.